So The Witness came out last week, and holy shit, that's a really hard game. So hard, in fact, that it got me thinking about all the games that aren't afraid to throw a wrench in the works and stump your progress for a while. On that topic, here are 5 of the most infamous puzzles in gaming. One of my favorite adventure games of all time is Still Life. It's this kind of gory detective point-and-click game with Jack the Ripper horror vibes. Basically, it features this baking puzzle that requires you to have real-world baking knowledge to be able to figure it out. Suffice it to say, I did not. Silent Hill 3 also decided to test the limits of gamers' general know-how when it made us dig back into our high school Shakespeare to get through a particular section. Now, while I was one of those drama kids with a penchant for Shakespeare, there's a good reason you'll only be hit with this puzzle if you're playing on the hardest difficulty. The riddle requires you to observe poetry and break down each stanza by identifying its root Shakespeare play to attain a number. Even if you could manage that by cross-referencing with your complete works of William Shakespeare volume, you'd need to work out the rhymey-wimey bullshit of the last stanza, which alludes to whether you should double, triple, or remove each number to finally leave you with a 4-digit code. You'll be dying to hug a demon nurse after dealing with this puzzle, believe me. The Longest Journey is a fantastic game, but the ludicrous way in which its protagonist April Ryan decides to retrieve a key from a subway has gone down in history as a particularly infamous puzzle. The so-called rubber ducky puzzle requires you to solve an unrelated puzzle at your apartment to retrieve a clamp, and then scatter breadcrumbs out your bedroom window to attract birds and save a trapped rubber ducky. You then pull on an adjacent chain to retrieve a clothesline, chase the duck downstream, reinflate the bugger, and here's where it gets weird, combine your inflated ducky pal with the clamp and the clothesline, and Bob's your uncle you're fishing for a key in a subway station. The way that works is the duck deflates on the way down, which closes the clamp onto the key and lets you retrieve it. Since we're already towing the line between fun and challenging and oh my god, what the hell am I supposed to do, let's talk about the Babel Fish puzzle from the 1984 text adventure Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's right, we're in the land before game FAQs. Essentially, you'll need to grab yourself a Babel fish, which acts as a universal translator once it's stuffed in your ear. Luckily, they're dispensed from a vending machine. Unluckily, said fish shoots out of the machine and into a drain. No problem, I hear you say, simply cover the drain like in every other adventure game ever. If you do so, a cleaning robot snatches it up because clearly you aren't faster than a stupid cleaning robot. So prepare to snatch up the robot in your satchel, although first you'll need to have put junk mail on top of the satchel to distract yet another cleaning robot. This will result in the Babel fish soaring gracefully into your ear hole. Thankfully, little cleaning robots are distracted by exclamation marks and bright colors, just like us. The cherry on top is that there are only 5 fish in the machine, so screw up this random series of events 5 times and you'll inevitably lose the game and need to start over. It's a damn delight. Gabriel Knight has a problem, and I don't mean the vampires that he's up against in the game Blood of the Sacred, Blood of the Damned. I mean the fact that he wants this really cool bike, but unfortunately it's reserved for another dude. Enter one of the stupidest puzzles in gaming. At its most basic level, this one isn't so crazy. You want to impersonate this guy, so you steal the dude's jacket from his hotel room, grab a hat so you can pretend you aren't blessed with the beautiful blonde mane you have, and grab the schmuck's passport out of his back pocket. Would it have been easier to just steal the damn bike at this stage? Probably. But it gets better. Gabriel needs a fake mustache to really sell the disguise. There are 2 problems with this. 1, to get said mustache, you need to find a hole in a door, attach a piece of tape to the hole, scare a cat into running by it, and put the now cat hair covered tape on your face by affixing it with syrup. Then there's my second issue. The guy you're impersonating does not even have a mustache. The puzzle ends by you needing to draw a mustache on the passport with a marker. The mind really does boggle. Sierra adventure games have never cared all that much about being too difficult. In fact, I've had many playthroughs where I've figured out I missed something ages ago that I needed to pick up, and now my options were either to start all over again or quit playing. I often went with the latter. Perhaps the worst puzzle of the lot, though, was in 1984's King's Quest, where you needed to guess the name of an infuriating little gnome. You'd be on the right track for wanting to guess Rumpelstiltskin, but you'd be wrong. Tracking it to the witch's house from Hansel and Gretel and having a dig around will reveal a note that reads, "Sometimes it's wise to think backwards." If you manage to find and understand that, good on you. But spelling Rumpelstiltskin backwards also won't work. What does work is reversing the entire alphabet and swapping out each letter in Rumpelstiltskin for its corresponding letter in the backwards alphabet. And the answer is clearly Inkovgrobkrum. Rest in peace the sanity of all adventure gamers in the 80s. Interestingly, the 1990 remake of the game does accept Rumpelstiltskin spelled backwards as an acceptable answer. Let me know what the toughest puzzle you've ever beaten is down in that comment box, and I will see you with a brand new episode next week.